It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, quickly approaching this year's All-Star break. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they've played well of late, winning 5 of their last 6 games. Tonight, an opportunity to continue that trend. And Carmelo, now a veteran in the NBA, always a great scorer, and could be a factor for a long time to come.
Yeah, Melo relies more on skill than athleticism, which bodes well for his future. He's a very smart player, knows exactly what he can get away with on the offense, but as a triangle expert, stay with the triangle, baby. It'll get you somewhere.
How many sides there in a triangle then, big fella?
I would have to say as many as my championships, -1, 3.
Huh?
Ooh. 3?
Huh?
3.
Yeah. You had... Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I said it, -1. I know I got 4 championships.
I
got you, Ernie.
Dr. O'Neal.
Yeah, I got you, Ernie.
He gave you a little basketball, gave you a little addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you,
give me a little Pythagorean theorem.
I'll tell you this. The most underrated thing, from what I hear, I have sources that have told me this, that he's a great leader in the locker room.
No.
Very underrated. Very underrated, everyone tells me.
Yeah.
I got a math equation for you, Ernest.
Mm-hmm.
E equals MC squared.
Yes, it does. Isn't that right, Kevin Harlan?
Had to do it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The Knicks here to defend home court, playing host to the Western Conference. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
An East-West showdown, only one of 2 games between these squads.
That adds a little extra emphasis to this first matchup, in my opinion, with each team wanting to grab the win and have a chance to sweep the season series the next time they see each other.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, the defensive duo of Green and Leonard make up the perimeter. Aldridge out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Parker in at the point guard position. And you ask Greg Popovich's coach, he says he's never coached a player who improved as rapidly as Kawhi Leonard.
And that's saying a lot. Remember, Tim Duncan won the Finals MVP in his 2nd season playing alongside David Robinson. But by all accounts, Kawhi is just a tireless worker. You know, while he was at San Diego State, Kevin, he brought 2 lamps from home to the gymnasium because they wouldn't turn on the lights early enough for him to get his workouts in. Now, that's what I call a gym rat.
That free throw missing. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
You know, it's been a long time coming to be able to say this, but I'm starting to sense some hope and optimism with this Knicks basketball team. I mean, they're in a good spot financially. They're going to have flexibility in terms of filling out that roster. And then you've got a core of young talent that is exciting the fan base and which you can build around.
And that's exactly what you want. Height mismatch in close leads to the easy layup.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
Rose passes to Lee. Leonard against Anthony. The three. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And for the Knicks and their positive outlook, when New York has a Knicks team that they love, that can capture the hearts of the entire city.
And you have some of the most diehard fans in the world wearing Knicks colors. There's no doubt about it. You can see the team also has improved the ball movement and the team play in the last couple of seasons. Knicks are starting to become a team that is exciting to watch, win or lose.
Here's Anthony. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Man, the offense looked sharp tonight, beginning the game 4 of 5. No easy task against this defense, but they've done it.
Now, here's Parker. Right now, he's averaging 11 points a game. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, becoming more and more comfortable with the catch and shoot, Aldridge is now a threat every time they run that kind of play.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. He told me this is a fun night trying to slow down a team that's so smart and opportunistic. He said, look, we've scouted them, but this is the first time we've actually seen them this season. So it will be interesting to see if we can disrupt their offense and slow them down just a little bit. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you so much. And, guys, how do you view Coach's strategy in terms of limiting those shooters?
Well, I think he knows how dangerous they can be if they get hot. So it's a sound approach. Defensively, though, they have to stick like glue to those guys.
Yeah, this can't be one of those games where you give them a steady diet of things defensively. You got to mix it up, play physical, be aggressive, do your best to keep the offense out of sync.
And one thing about Kristaps Porzingis, you know he can overcome adversity. I mean, he was booed heavily on draft day for not being the selection the fans wanted. And you know what? Didn't let it bother him and didn't take it personal. All he did was go out and win over every fan of the New York Knicks imaginable. And he made a few more. Just a spectacular rookie campaign. And I just tell you guys, the sky is the limit for this young man.
And so he makes both from the line. And for Porzingis getting booed on draft day, that can leave a sour taste in a lot of players' mouths, but he understood it, and he just uses it as motivation.
Kevin, give him credit. A lot of players may let that distract them or detract from who they are, but not Porzingis. That exciting play, though, quickly won over any critics he may have had.
Now Lee. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Anthony. And that one hits back iron.
I think the defense was surprised that he did not knock that down. Clear defensive breakdown there, guys. Should have made him pay.
Green kicks to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. There's the screen. Clock at 6. They get it back. Here's Dedmon. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And on the season, you know, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
And the first one at the line is good. And with this much of the season in the books, you get the sense teams, Brent, are starting to view areas they need to address.
Yeah, this is always interesting, Kevin. If it's before the trade deadline, you may start looking around the league for players that might come in and get you poised for a playoff run by making a shift in your personnel.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And you look back, the Spurs, one of the very first teams to really scout the globe and, Brent, bring in international players.
Well, it's also interesting, Kevin, that the trend continues. Even last year in the 2016 draft, in the first round, we saw a lot of international players being snatched up as building blocks for their franchises moving forward. But the Spurs always have been successful at finding some hidden gems, and their general manager deserves a lot of credit for it.
Now here's Green, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Green dishes to Dedmon. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Outstanding D there. They really got up in his shirt and made him uncomfortable.
To the paint, the kick out to Rose. Anthony sets the pick for Rose. Off the pick. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, the D wasn't awful, but it wasn't stifling either. He really should have made that shot.
He kicks it to Dedmon. Over in the corner, Green. They set the pick. The three from Leonard. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
Feels like he's compounding mistakes, too, because every miss makes him want to force something else. Not the best idea.
Here's Parker following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Here's Leonard. Look at that jam.
No way.
I mean, just beautiful.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Now here's Anthony. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And really, last time, what I liked best is he used his body extremely well on the offensive glass. It seemed like the defense wanted no part of him when he got underneath.
Here's Parker after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Green kicks to Parker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And the screen and roll, an excellent choice there. Parker only needs a small amount of room to get his shot off.
Anthony kicks to Lee. Tries to keep it alive. 17-foot shot on the way. Anthony's shot is off.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
Yeah, and I know gravity's out there, but not everything is going to fall, even when you set it up perfectly.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Started.
Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Porzingis.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Aldridge against Porzingis. Here's Leonard. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. And following in the footsteps of Tim Duncan, Kawhi Leonard fits the Spurs mold of what a superstar player should be. Team first, defensive-minded, a stoic demeanor.
Well, he's not worried about the number of touches either, Kevin. It's when called upon, just be ready. Seemingly avoids the limelight, just like Timmy. And he's all about getting better, being the best player he can possibly be, and then winning big.
Baker, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Leonard hits them both. Brent, at some point, all NBA players know when it's time to hang him up. Kobe went through it last year. What was the moment for you?
The moment for me, Kevin, was in Portland, Oregon. Happened to be playing against the Portland Trailblazers. And a guy named Rudy Fernandez was on the Trailblazers at that time. And Rudy played like the Roadrunner. He did not stop running. And I remember there was a play where I tried to chase him off a screen. He came around the screen, went up for a lob dunk, and I could not catch up to him. And I thought to myself, this might be a good time to think about the end of your career.
It happens that suddenly. You can pinpoint it to one play.
I don't know that every player can do that, but thank you, Rudy Fernandez, for the clear-cut message that was going to be my last season.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Rose kicks to Lee. Screen by Porzingis. Takes the 13-footer. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Green. To the middle. Shot's good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 6.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Porzingis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. When you watch Porzingis play out there on the floor, he is just pure excitement. On either end of the floor, you have to expect the unexpected. And watch Greg for big plays because he has been delivering.
He comes up with what I call momentum plays more often than not. The pitching for the huge putback dunk or the block. His style of play is why he became so popular so quickly.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for New York. Justin Holiday comes in for Lee. And it's Jennings in for Rose. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And everyone knows that the Knicks have been committed to the triangle offense. Not the easiest offense to run or learn, Greg Anthony, but they are staying with it.
And I think for the foreseeable future, that is going to be the plan. I mean, their roster can work with it, but it hasn't been easy thus far. You wonder if the offense has simply fallen out of favor due to the up-tempo nature of the modern NBA.
Here's Mills. Following the basket by Brandon Jennings. And it's San Antonio with another.
And the more versatile Mills becomes offensively, the harder it will be to defend him.
Jennings kicks to Holiday. Outside, Porzingis. Right wing. There's the pick. Baker passes to Hernan Gomez. And it's off from three-point range.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Pass to Bertans. Anderson the screen. Back to Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. On the clock. Mills. The half-court bomb falls off target. The Knicks have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Jennings kicks to Holiday. Baker passes to Holiday. Here's Hernan Gomez. A second chance effort. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Just claimed that possession for his own there. Grabs the offensive rebound and puts it right back in.
The Knicks shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. And Coach Greg Popovich named the new head coach for the U.S. national team for the next 4 years. And Brent, I bet you like that selection.
No, I love that selection, especially with Pop's military background. And he's been an assistant for Team USA since 2002. So he's done a lot of great things in the pros, but I know Pop takes a great deal of pride, not only in his country, of course, but certainly in coaching that team.
Now here's Jennings after the miss from David Lee. Outside Jennings for three. No good on the shot. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. I mean, amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And on the road, don't forget, they loved being the bad guys that night. They sucked all the air out of the building with their ridiculous shooting.
Here's Kuzminskis, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Offensive rebound, Hernan Gomez. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And the Spurs making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. For New York, they have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier.
Well, with defenses so predicated on taking away threes and layups, the Spurs zigged while everyone else zagged. Got a bunch of mid-range shooters last season. It's a fail-safe strategy. They want three-pointers and layups, but if they can't get them, they've got the guys to knock down the in-between.
Now here's Ginobili. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Anderson's shot is off. The Knicks leading by 4. Holiday dishes to Jennings from downtown. Rebound San Antonio. And talking about the Spurs' good mid-range shooters, for them, Brent, an open shot from that distance is a good look.
Well, I think Greg Popovich did a great job, Kevin, of assembling a roster of mid-range shooters who can be quite deadly there. So the offense is set up to find those shots with good ball movement and good player movement. It's not settling for the mid-range. That's what they're looking to get.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. 55 seconds left to play in the first. Dishes to Holiday. Baker passes it to Hernan Gomez. Here's Baker. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Look, you just don't like turnovers ever, but they happen. Hopefully they'll learn from that mistake.
San Antonio with the ball. It's a 3-point game. And Mills kicks to Anderson. Ginobili the pass to Bertens. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Hit his teammate right in stride. That's a great assist.
The Spurs have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
That one drops. He ties it up. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Kuzminskis, and the shot goes in.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Now Mills. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Anderson the screen. 1 second left. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Knicks out front, up by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And one of the most competitive men ever to play this game, Manu Ginobili, spoke with us about this year.
Just rely on what happened in the past, then you're stuck in the past. And we, many of us, maybe our last shot, our last season, we don't even know if we're going to have another season. So, we want to do as good as we can.
Well, the fire is still there, but the energy and the ability, guys, to get it done physically, let's face it, at this point, Ginobili's mostly gutting it out.
Still, though, he'll either beat you or go down swinging. Just a tough individual.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yeah, you see they're attacking from all angles and carving out position in the paint, racing in from the perimeter. You have to box out everyone.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Manu is at the 2 with Leonard playing the 3. And it's Mills. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Bertans in at the 4. Here's Kuzminskis. Here's Hernan Gomez. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. 5 points in the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Aldridge dishes to Ginobili. Anthony against Leonard. Out left to the wing. Aldridge, no one around him. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, he's the last guy you want to leave open there, but somehow he didn't knock it down.
Hits it from three-point range.
Yes, he's too exceptional from deep range to leave uncovered.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Mills passes to Ginobili. Shot clock at 5. Leonard with no one around. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
So blessed with excellent court vision, especially for a wing player. Ginobili repeatedly finds the open man.
The 11-footer. He doesn't hit that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
Well, even in these limited minutes, Emmanuel Manu Ginobili continues to provide elite play at the shooting guard position. Finds ways to impact the game. If he's not scoring, it's his playmaking and just his spirit that helped the Spurs in many instances.
And Brent, do you think when it's all said and done that Ginobili has the chance to go down as the greatest sixth man in NBA history?
Well, I've checked the numbers on John Havlicek, and he might have something to say about that, but Manu is on a very short list of a guy who's accepted his role and then excelled at it to championship caliber play.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. You know, Brent, the slam dunk, maybe the most dynamic play in the game. You've got your highlight reel dunkers and your game dunkers. And you've won the dunk contest yourself back in '96. Who are your favorite dunkers in the league right now?
I think the guy I enjoy the most, Kevin, is Russell Westbrook. And it's mostly because of what he does to the rim on his dunk attempts. I mean, there's an incredible violence to what he does in the best way possible.
Torque.
The way that he gets to the rack.
It's amazing. Explosive. It explodes to the rack.
Yeah, and there's a little power and a little anger involved, and all that mixed together makes for one great highlight.
Violent, you're right. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, after suffering a hip injury at Texas, LaMarcus Aldridge spent 2 months shooting from a chair, and his form improved dramatically. Now his go-to move is his fadeaway high-release jumper. It's an unstoppable shot, and Aldridge is so confident in it, he says, once the shot's up, I'm getting back on D. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. He's got a great touch. Here is Rose, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Spurs trail by 3. Parker with it. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Leonard draws the double. Aldridge dishes to Leonard. A baseline J. And the shot falls short this time. The Knicks leading by 3. Anthony kicks to Rose. Inside, Lee. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Lee's got 5 now.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Parker to the inside, and Aldridge slams it in.
Just excellent use of the pick and roll by Parker, a Tasmanian devil whose speed and decision-making causes so many problems for the defense.
Leonard against Anthony. Right side Rose. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Parker kicks to Green. Back to Parker. Aldridge a screen. Parker with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Aldridge can't get it to go.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Well, that happens sometimes. The ball just does not go down. But I'll tell you what, he'll take that shot every time.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Screen by Lee. Off the screen. That doesn't go either for Aldridge. The Knicks leading by 8. Lee passes to Rose. He dishes it to O'Quinn. 11 feet away, and Anthony with the basket on the assist by Lee. And that's now 9 points for Carmelo Anthony. San Antonio calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for the Spurs.
Their bigs are getting most of these misses, and nothing out of the ordinary there. But that's not enough. They're going to need to do more if they want to make a big run here and get back in the game.
Spurs trail by 10. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Green against Lee. Will it go? Danny Green, and that's good. Green's got 6.
This is what Green brings to the offense, the unwavering confidence to rise up and hit threes.
Porzingis passes to O'Quinn. New York moving the ball around. No good from Lee.
Well, he's a great finisher around the rim, but some stellar defense there stopped that from happening. And the Spurs, known as an organization for their diligence and discipline, it's all about their results and certainly about the accountability from coach to player, and more importantly, Kevin, from player to player.
And yes, it's good. Rose has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Parker outside. Kicks it to Leonard. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. You played for, what was it, 6 different teams over your terrific career. We're seeing less and less players remain on the same team for their entire career. Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing for the game of basketball?
I think it's a thing that just can't be avoided nowadays with the way the contracts and free agency are set up and the way the teams like to maneuver around. One of the things, Kevin, I think that's taken effect is a quick trigger from a lot of the younger owners that the NBA has, where they don't have immediate success. They're not willing to go the patient route and wait for guys to develop, wait for guys to see their talent and come to fruition with the team that they're with. And so you'll continue to see plenty of player movement as the league moves on.
Justin Holiday's checked in for New York. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Rose kicks to Porzingis. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound on the night. They set the pick. Outside Leonard. Goes up on the wing. San Antonio again missing.
Yeah, so far he has not had his usual effort in this one, and it's really hurting the team.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And the shot goes down.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
New York leading by 7. And here's Rose. Last time out he had 13 points. Passes it to Porzingis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And when you think about it, speed, such a fundamental part of Parker's game. You wonder how well he'd age in the NBA.
Well, one season he almost led the league in points in the paint, and that's for a point guard. So those days are gone. He relies more on a deadly in-between game. He's the youngest of the Spurs' big 3, but with his hamstring injury just 2 seasons ago, they look to manage those minutes a little bit more carefully.
First one falls for him.
And maybe he's starting to find his form at the line. He certainly had his share of chances.
The Knicks making a switch here. Baker's checked in. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for San Antonio. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Spurs trail by 9. Green kicks to Lee. Feeds it to Parker. Shoots. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got his 5th rebound in this one. Rose passes to Baker. Back to Rose. There's the pass to Baker. And that one is good. And the Knicks lead by 11.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Dedmon. A 17-point game for him in the win against Detroit.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
And so here is New York after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Rose. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, his shooting has been on target here in the second frame. After not being able to get anything going in the first.
San Antonio calls timeout.
And the one thing about Rose is that, you know, he can still get up for the big matchups. Whenever he faces another great point guard, he seems to play at his best level and loves to push himself and is willing to step up to the challenge. Let's just hope that he can eventually get back to that all-star caliber presence he had just a few years ago.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Let's take a moment to see which squads have been the most dominant on the glass this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. In third, the Knicks.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Now here's Ginobili. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And with Rose and his injuries, it's not easy for him to put in a work day every day. But as you said, he can light it up on the big stage.
Yeah, and that is why he's such a threat. Even with his numbers being somewhat diminished, Rose knows what it takes to be a successful player at the highest level. You only wish he wasn't robbed of so much of his game due to injuries.
Here's Parker. Porzingis with the block. And they'll keep possession. Outside Holiday. And it's off from three-point range. Spurs trail by 11. It's Ginobili outside. Again, the miss by Ginobili. Outside Rose. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Rose. And that's 18 points for Porzingis. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Taken away by Holiday. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Mills, he's checked in for Parker. And the Knicks with possession here. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Second chance shot. The putback. And another shot. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Knicks have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. First free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Bertans, he's checked in for San Antonio. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Spurs trail by 15. Ginobili kicks to Dedmon. Now here's Mills. Bertans, the pass to Dedmon. From 10 feet out. Pass to Mills. Looking for Ginobili. He gets it there. That doesn't go either by Ginobili. New York leading by 15. Outside Jennings. No good with the triple.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Can't keep forcing things when you're not in a great rhythm. Move the ball.
Now here's Mills to the middle. Here's Dedmon. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
14 feet away. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. 9 points in the game so far.
We might be in for a career night here, guys. He was solid in the first quarter. He's been even better here in the second.
Anderson outside. Back to Ginobili. Fires for 3. That doesn't go either by Ginobili.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Outside Jennings. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game. Spurs trail by 20. Mills dishes to Ginobili. To the inside. Here's Anderson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
The Spurs have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Anderson. The Knicks leading by 18. Passes it to Kuzminskis. Here's Baker. Here's Kuzminskis. He's covered by Ginobili. Outside Jennings. And the pass to Hernan Gomez. Jennings in the corner. 4 on the clock. It's tipped. Here's Mills. Anderson the screen. From deep. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Knicks lead by 18. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 18 points, 2 block shots, and 4 rebounds. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
And that about wraps it up. Time
That's
now
it?
for the second half of the game. Yeah. I think Kevin Harlan should call the second half. How about you?
I agree.
Yeah, just like he did the first half.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And the approach to that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
Yeah, every drive has been decisive, and defenders just not keeping up with them. They are having to foul him.
Here's Parker. Porzingis is the 4 with O'Quinn at the 5. Lee out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Holiday in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Lets it fly from 18. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lee's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Knicks. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Greg Popovich uses a lot of different tools to motivate his players. Sometimes it's the things he doesn't say that works best. Popovich said, sometimes in timeouts, I'll say, I've got nothing for you. We just turned it over 6 times. Everybody's holding the ball. What do you want me to do? Figure it out. And I'll get up and walk away because it's true. It's on them. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. That accountability goes a long way. And certainly LaMarcus Aldridge has the capability to be a go-to scorer, but Brett, he takes a lot of mid-range contested jump shots. Those aren't historically really Spurs types of shots.
Well, it's been interesting, Kevin, because LaMarcus Aldridge is so good at the mid-range that it's made Popovich rethink some of his offensive calibration, and they've searched him out in the spots where he's best. I think his comfort level continues to rise inside of this offense, and he'll get more and more efficient.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Green kicks to Parker. Back to Green. A 3-ball. 5 on the clock. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 5 assists in the game. Rose kicks to Porzingis. Lee outside. Back to Porzingis. Outside Rose. Screen by Porzingis. Outside Holiday. But they'll get another chance. Oh, Quinn can't hit.
Well, you have to give a ton of credit to the defense for arriving just in time and altering that shot away from the basket.
Here's the screen. There's the dish to Aldridge. Fires from 14. Porzingis with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And the Knicks making a change here.
Timeout.
Anthony's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Lee's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. So Greg Popovich going to take a timeout right here and talk to his team.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Yeah, maybe these matchups aren't the best for his defense. I'm sure he's taking a long look right now at the bench to find some answers.
And a chance now to review the shot chart.
And guys, really the story for him has been his struggles from mid-range. I mean, some of them have been rushed. Others were just tightly contested. But he has to be a lot smarter on when to pull up or when to look for a teammate going forward in terms of winning this game.
San Antonio with the ball, trailing by 19. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That'll be his second foul of the game. Stolen by Rose.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
Now Anthony. 9 points in the game so far. And the basket by Rose. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Knicks leading by 21. Outside Rose. O'Quinn with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Porzingis. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists now in the game. Spurs have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Lee kicks to Parker. The feed to Aldridge. Screen by Lee. Shoots off the screen. Aldridge. Good. Aldridge has got 8.
Not many, if any, bigs in the league have a more proficient mid-range game. Aldridge with the soft touch there.
Anthony sets the pick for Lee. Knocked loose and stolen by Aldridge. Parker kicks to Leonard. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Yeah, maybe a great run of games coming here. Let's see if he can keep building on this performance.
Now here's Rose. He's got 9. There's Lee with the 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here is Parker. Stolen by O'Quinn. Porzingis passes to Rose. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Lee kicks to Anthony. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 11.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Yep, wanted to put another nail in the coffin and using those hands as a hammer.
Now here's Parker. He kicks it to Aldridge. Lee outside. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis.
And LaMarcus at 6'11" is capable of playing both the power forward spot and, as the league moves forward, the center position. He favors playing the 4, but that versatility was huge in the Spurs signing him and keeping him around.
Take a break.
Something every team would
2
value.
shots.
That free throw, no good. And when you talk about Aldridge at the 4 or at the 5, Brent, which position do you think he's best in?
Well, Kevin, seeing the league going smaller and smaller, he's more skilled, I think, than most centers at that 5 spot. He's got great foot speed, lateral movement's good, and he can stay in front of the smaller players, and that enables him to stay big against small ball lineups.
And the second free throw, good.
Second player taken in the 2006 NBA draft, Aldridge has been an all-star multiple times and one of the game's most prolific scorers over the past decade.
Lee outside. Here's Anthony. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Green dishes to Parker. Green, the screen. Rose against Parker. San Antonio again missing.
His offense just has not been there tonight, and he needs to step up his game because there's still time to recover.
Now here's Rose. 9 points in the game so far. Anthony right side. Fires from 14. The rebound by the Spurs. Lee's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Parker outside. Outside Aldridge. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Aldridge has got 5 points in the quarter.
So difficult to defend Aldridge inside. He can go around you or shoot over you, pretty much whatever he wants to do.
Rose kicks to O'Quinn. Good.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
The Spurs have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Leonard on the wing. Lets it fly from 18. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And sometimes it just doesn't matter how good the D is. Kawhi with the all-world ability to hit the jumper even when you got him blanketed.
Now here's Anthony. 11 points in the game. It's stolen by Green. Outside Leonard. From downtown. Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
Very lazy defense there, but luckily they got bailed out by the missed shot. He won't miss many of those opportunities.
Here's Anthony. And that one comes up a bit short. Spurs trail by 20. Now here's Parker. Up top Leonard. And no good. Anthony with the defensive effort. Porzingis passes to Rose. Here's O'Quinn. Dishes it to Anthony. They set the pick. Aldridge with some nice D.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Lee sets a screen for Parker. He dishes it to Lee. From 12 feet out. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. And I saw a study recently, Brent, that home court advantage isn't what it used to be.
Well, home court advantage is about a point to a point and a half. I read that very same article, Kevin. So it's interesting.
You sent it to me. You remember that? You sent
break.
that article.
Oh, you read the things I sent
Of course I do.
Well,
when you send
you.
it,
That's
it's a priority
first.
list. Yeah.
That's a first. So what I like about it, Kevin, is the fact that the three-point line is really changing that huge disparity between what it is that a home court advantage used to be and what it is now. Still vitally important, I think, for young teams throughout the course of the regular season to get themselves in a position to have home court advantage. As slight as it might be, it is still one.
The Spurs making a switch here. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Aldridge. Bertans comes in for Leonard. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Green, and it's Mills in for Parker. He's off on the second. New York leading by 19. Baker passes to Jennings. New York moving the ball around. Here's Hernan Gomez. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Lee outside. Back to Ginobili. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Well, very few guys this past decade have used the screen better than Manu. He shows his chops right there again.
The Knicks have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Baker. There's the screen. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Offline with his 3. Spurs trail by 19. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Feeds it to Ginobili. Five to shoot. Here's the 3. That doesn't go either by Ginobili. The Knicks leading by 19 points. Now Jennings taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Here's Baker. Inside. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And here is our 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's toughest defensive teams over the course of the last 10 games. Number 1, the Spurs.
Well, over the past couple weeks, this defense has found itself locked in. They've played hungry, and they've played physical.
Now, here's Mills. Pass to Bertans. They set the pick. Kicks to Lee. The jump hook. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Lee's got 5 now. The Knicks leading by 17. Jennings passes to Hernan Gomez. No good on that one. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now the pass to Bertans. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Connects from three-point range. He has 5.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they are generating high percentage opportunities. The fast break really helped them establish the lead.
San Antonio with the ball. Mills can't hit. Right wing. Outside Anthony. Pass to Kuzminskas. There's the dish to Jennings. For the three. Rebound San Antonio. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And Mills kicks to Dedmon. In the corner, it's Ginobili. The feed to Mills. Uncovered. That falls. Nice feed that time from Manu Ginobili. Ginobili's got 3 assists now in this one. Anthony with it. 11 points in the game. Buries the 20-footer. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Knicks out front, running away with it. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
We can't forget about the boards. If we don't go to bodies, they're going to be at the rim all night.
And pretty unsurprising there, Greg Popovich reminding his guys to block out, play fundamental basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you work so hard at everything else. You have to finish the defense. It would be a crime to give up those extra possessions.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. On the floor for San Antonio, Mills and Manu at the guards. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bertans in at the small forward position. Hernan Gomez. His three-pointer's off the mark. Spurs trail by 20. Bertans, the pass to Ginobili. Mills dishes to Ginobili. Spurs passing it around. And here's Mills. They set the pick. Clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Aldridge. It's rebounded by New York. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Anthony. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And the Spurs making a change here. Green's checked in. Here's Anthony. Lays it up and banks it in. Anthony's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Knicks. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Jennings. Aldridge with a screen on Jennings. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Back to Mills. Aldridge a screen. Mills can't hit. The Knicks leading by 22. Porzingis passes to Jennings. He feeds it to Carmelo. The jump hook. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. And that's 17 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
Passes to Bertans. Sinks the triple.
Well, this is something he's working on. A good natural leader from the point guard position wants to help out by becoming a better facilitator.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Jennings kicks to Porzingis. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. Derrick Rose is checked in for New York. And San Antonio also making a switch. Parker's checked in. Here's Rose. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
The pass to Bertans. He kicks it to Green. From outside the arc, Knicks with the rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Lee. Dishes to Anthony. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Shooting one.
And business, obviously, is great in the NBA. Players' salaries shooting up. Franchise values skyrocketing. In fact, Brent, I saw the other day a new study saying the average team is now worth over $1 billion. Some much more than that. You still want to own a team someday?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Can you afford that?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, Kevin. But our game is in a great place. And one of the things that makes me most proud as a former player, Kevin, is who it is that represents the NBA right now in terms of their character, in terms of their class, in terms of some of the stances that they take, even outside of the sport, getting involved in politics, getting involved in their local community. The league continues to do amazing things both on and off the court.
I would say maybe never been healthier than it is right now on all fronts. The way it's played, the named stars, the community activism, all of it.
I agree with you, Kevin.
Oh, great ball movement there.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Leonard's got 21.
Man, when Leonard gets this kind of scoring rhythm going, very few defenders have the strength and athleticism to slow him down, unless he could guard himself.
Now here's Rose. Plumlee with the screen. Porzingis can't hit. Parker against Rose. And the wide open shot from Green. That three off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. You know, Brent, injury is a part of the game, but the league is being proactive, creating research partnerships with major medical companies to look at reducing stress-related tendon issues, concussion research, all of it being, I think, now looked at by the NBA and the medical side of the league.
I love the fact, Kevin, that they're using modern-day technology, not just after it is that an athlete gets injured in order to perform a procedure medically to get him back on the floor sooner. Really what NBA teams are investing in is preventative medicine, being able to gauge what it is that players are putting themselves through, the stresses on their body, both mentally and physically, and being ahead of the curve with regards to making sure they prevent these injuries from even happening in the first place.
The science is amazing, isn't it?
Well, I was more of a math student, but yes, science is amazing, Kevin.
Now here's Murray. He dishes it to Aldridge. Pass to Murray. Now here's Simmons, covered by Vujicic. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good, Simmons.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Outside Holiday. Top of the key, Porzingis. And stolen by Murray. Here is Forbes, guarded by Holiday. Puts the move on. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Porzingis. So it's the Spurs now. Outside Aldridge. Murray dishes to Forbes. Anderson in the post, working on O'Quinn. Anderson can't get it to go. The Knicks have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. And stolen by Murray. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
2 shots, foul, elbow, 2.
Brett, you were a 4-year player at Oregon State. Now most NBA players come into the league after just a season or 2 at the college level. How do you think that's impacting the game right now?
I think the situations in which some of those younger players go into, Kevin, can be vastly different. If you have a player that's played 1 or 2 years that's getting drafted in one of the top slots, they're usually going to a team that's very bad and probably very young. In the later part of the draft, those young players are going to well-established teams that are coming off successful seasons that have a place for that player to learn and grow and be part of the culture. So those experiences for those young guys can be very, very different.
Excellent point. Now here's Rose, and Holiday kicks to O'Quinn. And the shot is long. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Simmons passes to Murray. Inside, it's tipped. Plumlee with the steal, and stolen by Murray.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
2 shots, foul, 2.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Baker. 6 to shoot. Pass to Kuzminskis. Looking to end the drought. The shot misses. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Feeds it to Murray. Shot's good by Dedmon.
Beautiful setup. Put that pass right where it needed to be.
New York leading by 22. Kicks it to Holiday. Last season, I heard Byron Scott say he'd support the creation, Brent, of a 4-point line beyond the 3-point line and another 3 to 4 feet out. What do you think of that?
What do I think of Byron Scott?
No, what do you think of the 4-point shot?
Well, I'm not for the 4-point shot, Kevin. There is a way to get 4 points on the possession, Kevin, but a 4-point line I don't think is something that the league needs to invest time in.
Agree. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th and even 50%. Parker dishes to Leonard. Fires from deep. Hits it from 3-point range. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Outside, Porzingis. The dish now to Lee. Back to Porzingis. Outside, Anthony. Lets it go from deep. Leaps for it. It's not going to go for him. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Here's Lee. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 7 points for David Lee.
And don't look now. If there's anything Leonard could improve upon, it's getting his teammates more involved. Exhibit A, that assist.
Now, here's O'Quinn. Rose a screen on Lee. Rose up on top. He's feeling it. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, he has more than enough strength to fight through the D and convert that one. I'm surprised he came up short there.
Parker with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Screen by Parker. Here's Green. That one off the back iron and out. The Knicks leading by 19. Lee kicks to Rose. Outside Anthony. Back to Lee. It's stolen by Green. And it's Parker in the corner. Lee outside. Over in the corner, Green. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pick. The 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by Porzingis. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Rose. Here's O'Quinn. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Timeout.
And the Knicks lead by 21.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Yeah, where's the box out? That's a mistake that is easily preventable with some fundamentals.
Brent, there's been some talk that the dependency on three-pointers is bad for the game of basketball. Even Greg Popovich, your former coach, said they weren't great for the sport. Do you see any truth in that?
Well, I think Pop's just upset that he didn't have as good a three-point shooters on his team over the past couple of years. I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, the game is moving towards the three-point line and expanding the space and pace type of offenses that we've seen, and teams having great success doing that. It's really hard to fault a team like Golden State, who's the blueprint for that sort of activity, motion, and scoring prowess. That's what teams are looking to do. The copycat league is underway, so more three-pointers are coming.
And here are the Spurs. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Parker outside. Leonard against Anthony. Leonard kicks to Dedmon. Now here's Leonard. D right on him. And it's Leonard again missing. The Knicks leading by 21. Outside Rose. 1:51 left in the game. Outside Anthony. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Lets the three fly. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Leonard kicks to Dedmon. Green the screen. There's the feed to Lee. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. They get Courtney Lee. And a rule change last season, Brent, in college basketball, allowing players longer to decide whether to go pro and even enable them to declare and then change their minds. I personally like that rule. What do you think?
I enjoyed that rule as well, Kevin. I mean, you're 18 years old, 19 years old, and you decide to do something and you can't take it back. I don't think that's a good lesson to teach the youth of America, and so I'm with the rule. I think one interesting thing that we could also look at is if a player comes out for the NBA draft and gets drafted and then wants to go back to school for another year with the team holding that player's rights.
We've seen that before. In the old days, we
absolutely.
saw that.
Larry Bird is probably the guy we all point to,
yes.
going back and playing his final year at Indiana State and then joining the Boston Celtics. That is something that I think the league is going to think about once again and maybe implement for the collegiate player.
Here's Baker. It's back to Jennings. To the wing on the left. Shoots it up. Baker, no good. Spurs trail by 19.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New York.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Porzingis. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes it to Kuzminskis. Here's Baker. New York moving it around. Porzingis sets the pick for Jennings. 18 feet out. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, as time became a factor, they became the aggressors. Big-time finish to pull away.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, Carmelo, we got a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get shots off when you're in tight coverage and the defender is right in your grill?
It's easy. If my man backed off on me, shoot it. If I got two, pass the ball, find somebody else.
Always looking to move the ball whenever possible. Thanks, Carmelo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And time now to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
His whole game tonight operating on another level, Ernie. And he wasn't just allowed to do whatever he wanted to do. He earned it. That's where the pride kicked in.
Listen, he shot lights out from the floor, and not by accident. The job he did to find the open shots, get high percentage looks, was fantastic. And when he got those open looks, he don't miss, baby. He do not miss.
And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. See you again soon.